Subtext is an app that allows you to create interactive assignments and discussions with your students within the text of a downloaded digital book or document. You can embed links, videos, notes, quizzes, and much more into the books and documents in order to promote student engagement in their assigned readings. This app is free, but it's only available for iPad through the Apple App Store. All right, so let's get a closer look at everything this app can do. First of all, you have some options as to how to sign in. You could sign in with the Gmail account, an Edmodo account. You could just look through it as a guest, or you can log in with Facebook. I chose to use my Gmail account, so I'm all signed in. And then I get to choose whether I'm a teacher, I'm a student, or I'm a parent. I went ahead and chose teacher so that I could show you what yours would look like. So automatically, as a teacher, this is the screen that comes up. I have my library with books already here. So I have just a welcome book that shows you kind of an overview of how to use the app. I have Treasure Island, Alice in Wonderland, and then the book list. I could also add my own ebooks or articles if I wanted to use those for assignments. So let's say I want to assign Treasure Island. I'm going to download the book, and then I can read it, and there's also an option for sharing it, which I'll show you in just a moment. Whenever I click read it, it opens up, so this is what it looks like. And this is kind of how the text looks, and you can alter how it's laid out on the page. You can also annotate as you go through, and you can see like little icons that if you uploaded your photo, you could see your little picture next to it, and this just kind of helps you plan assignments and plan due dates and that kind of thing. Okay, when you get to the end of a book, this is just kind of a neat feature. It tells you to rate the chapter, and you can add a comment or a prediction, and this will show up on the students' pages as well, so they can do that for themselves. Okay, back to the home page. So once I have my text, once I have either a book or an article, I can then come down here and I can make assignments, discussions, and I can look at the progress. So let's say I want to create an assignment and it's for my whole class, but first I need to create a group. So I'm going to create a new group. I'm going to call it first period, and you can add all of your different class periods if that's what you find easiest to group them by. Okay, it says we've sent an email with your group code. So once you've created a group, it'll send you a group code. You can then send that to your students and they can actually join your assigned book or article. And then you can tap share book to actually share that book with them. So I would say share book, first period, share. Okay, are you sure? Yes. All right, so once it's all out, now I can actually create the assignment, or I could create it before I shared it, but it doesn't matter. You can customize the title. You can actually assign a reading, and let's see, I think I chose to start at page 1 and end at page 23. So that'll get them through the first 3 chapters. So let's say that's the first chunk I want to assign. I could then add some activities. I could put a start and end message, so whenever they start the reading, they'd have this message. When they ended it, they could have another message from me. You could also collaborate with other teachers. So you could share your assignment with other teachers. That way, if you're planning with someone, you don't have to both go through and create the exact same thing. Okay. Now again, you can put a start and end message, and then whenever you're finished, you actually assign it to your group. So I would assign it to first period. And then I could select a due date. So let's say July 19th. Okay, and then once you're going through assignments, you can actually create a discussion as well. So if you create a note and share it, it could be a question or a topic that then your students could reply to as a discussion board. So for instance, if I wanted to ask, what did you think about the first 3 chapters? My students could then submit their responses to that inside of the book. Okay, then what if I want to know where my students are? Well, if I go to track progress down here, and I can see all of their individual icons. Obviously, no one's joined my group, so this is just me, but I can see where they are, I can see what they've responded to, or I could go back and see as a whole who's assigned or who has responded to the assignments and discussions. Okay, so again, this is available for iPad. There are so many things that you can do with this. It is really helpful for assigned readings.